unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October. Yes! From now till the end of October, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice when you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland with Supersonics Money. Amazing! So from now till the end of October, every time you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice. Only 100 bags available, so hurry now and be part of the 100 lucky winners in this special unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October with Supersonics Money Transfer. Enjoy our safe, fast, reliable and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia with charges starting from $0. Yes! Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. The unbeatable bonanza with Supersonics.
alnal badi malam neena jël sus
dama ne ba olof di wax naan loxo kajoor dafa weesandoo li ya taxoon ñu ko wax ñi nga xamantene ñooy ndaanaani Gambie yi ñoom lañ bëgg a gestu ci programme defal leen fundraising programme ku fi siiw ñoo la siiwal lii kañ la ñaar fukki fan ak juróom benn muy on the 26 of September juróomi waxtu yee ca Gambie dama ne li xalam di wax muy ndaanaan yu mag ñi nga xamante ne ñu ngi biir Gambie ànd nag ak Gambia Talents Promotion ñoo leen a indil programme bii nii ci njàppandal ak dimbale Ablaye Mbaye ma nekk Sweden yan ndaanaan ñoo cee nekk Jali Maxtaar Jeng mi nga xamante ne ñëpp xam nañ ko ci wàlli xalam Faya Ngom mi nga xamante ne ci wàlli baat bu neex ba ñëpp xam nañ ko Jali Neene Suusoo Ami Soose ca wàlli ngoya Ami Thiam Jali Ansu ca wàlli balafon dama ni ñii ñëpp dinañ nekk ci programme bi pour jàppale leen mbaam gàttan nag waaye ci jur gi la bokk kon gestu suñ daanaan yi ndax ba nga xamante ni corona gi ne na salaamaaleykum ba léegi liggéey ñu ngi toog te amuñ xëy kon lii moo tax ñuy leen a indil programme bi muy a virtual fundraising programme di amee online.
Welcome back salaamaaleykum mbokk yi gannaaw bu ñu sant yàlla julli si yonent bi ñu ngi nii nag si National Assembly bi fi nga xam ne nag mooy penk bu gën a rëy si biir dëkk bi su ne National Assembly members yéen a ma gën a xam ñii ñooy toog wax ak président bi ñii ñooy toog wax ak àddina waaye ñii ñooy toog war a nekk baati askan bi képp koo xam ne yaa ngi sa kër ñoom ñoo fi war a nekk ku interest si Gambia but not seen party interest waaye fu mu nekk nii daal Assembly bi mu ngi Assembly bi mu ngi jaxasoo ku nekk ak li la gënal ku nekk ak sa parti nu mu tëddoo noonu la demee na demee wut noonu tey nag ñu nekk si second reading of the draft constitution bi maanaam final draft constitution bi ñu toog ak ki nga xam ne mooy Amut Ñaasi moom mi nga xam ne moo jógee foofu noonu si Foni moom nag mooy represent waa Foni waaye mooy represent waa Gambia mu jógee nag si APRC parti Amut Ñaasi na nga def salaamaaleykum.
waaleykum salaam wa rahmatulah wa barakaatu maa ngi nuyu bokki déglukat yi yëpp di rafetlu waxtaan bi. di leen wax ne maa ngi leen a nuyu di laaj seen jàmmi yaram.
Amut ñu gis ne jamono ji ñu ngi si wàllum draft constitution la ñuy waxtaanee yow soo doon vote yes ngay vote na no.
man suma position clair woon naa balaa draft constitution bi di ñëw balaa ñëw indi bill bi sax wane woon naa ne man draft constitution bi du ma ko dooleel mooy ne daal man du ma sànni pour mu jaala man bu emee si man fii rek lay em rek ñu fàtte ko ñu continuer si li nga xam ne mooy liñ amee.
lan moo waral loolu.
li waral loolu moom bari na parce que dama gisut li war a tax ma war koo dooleel ndaxte soo ko seetluwee draft constitution bi lu mooy advocate bari na ci loo xam ne man si suma gis-gis ak gis-gis ñi nga xam ne ñoom laa fi nekkal mooy ne dafa ñëw pour néewloo doole juddu réew mi parce que njëlbeen su fekkee ne yow yaa ngi advocate ne mboolem ku juddu si réew mi fii yow war ngaa mun a am automatic citizenship. man ak ñi nga xam ne ñoom laay teewal ñun dañ ne loolu gënalut ñu parce que loolu dafa compromise fii ci suñ doom yi compromise fii ci suñ sët yi soo ko seetluwee West Africa sub-region bi fii loolu benn réew boo xam ne mu ngi am lu wax boobu ne soo juddoo foofu rek yow war ngaa am citizenship automatique so yow soo seetluwee West Africa national si fi nekk Gambia fii ak Gambia nu mu tuutee nii loolu passé na am genn wala million yow soo ne ñooñu ku fi juddu mu am automatic citizenship si kanam di nga comme ni ma ko waxee rek yaa ngi compromise li nga xam ne loolu waroon a nekk future sa ay doom ak sa ay sët soo being the case loolu bokk na si lu tax man constitution bi dama ko mën a doole te soo ko seetluwaatee am na fànn boo xam ne tamit dafa néewloo doole ñi nga xam ne ñooy tànnee fii muy président bi muy député yi ba pare ñi nga xam ne nita la naa tànna nit ñi confirm seen
Supersonics Money Transfer is giving you an unbeatable bonanza. From now until the end of October. Yes! From now till the end of October, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice when you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland with Supersonics Money Transfer. Amazing!
yéen naam si daal toogalu leen fi dara lu dul seeni poos xaw ma lan mooy sa tontu si loolu.
waaw xam nga doomi aadama moom suñ gis-gis ak suñ xelaat du beek du bokkut te du musa bokka so bi nga xamee ne suñ gis-gis ak suñ xelaat bokkut te du musa bokka ku nekk yaam sa gis-gis la sa gis-gis ngaa wax sa xelaat ngaa wax waaye man daf ma óor ne man ak ñeneen ñi nga xam ne ñoom laa àndal ci wàllu constitution bii nii lu ñoo wax ak lu ñoo def mooy li nga xam ne mooy luy gënal réew mi naam tey am na ñi nga dina am ñoo xam ne dinañ ko ŋaañi waaye xam naa ëllëg ak si biir bu ñu demee ba toog xelaataat seega mbir mi dinañ xam ne ndeke ñun luñ leen doon luñ def mooy lu leen gënal te mooy li nga xam ne mooy yóbbu réew mi kanam.
noo gisee sa fellow National Assembly members yi parce que am na xibaar bu jot a ñëw si suñ taabul ñu ne am na ñeena yi si naam si président bi daf leen dukku maanaam daf leen jox xaalis daf leen bribe am na ndax amaguñ si lu leer waaye yow su dee loolu am na noo ko gisee ku ñu mun a votal constitution.
man dama xam ne mboolem ku fi ñëw dañ la taana nga ñëw fii te ñi la taana ñooñu seen interest nga war a wéyee waaye waruloo wéyee interest kenn nit so bu fekkee ne nit ñi toog nañ fii di tuumal di def ay tuumal ne am na ñoo xam ne boo gisee ñu farag li président bi daf leen dukku loolu seen xalaat la man xam naa ne ku fi ñëw am nga xel bu màcca pour gis li nga xam ne yow loolu nga foog ne mooy lu gën si réew mi nga toppa loolu nga support loolu so man loolu dama foog ne nit ñee wax seen wax rek pour seet naka la ñoo mën a yaaxee xeli nit ñi naka la ñoo mën a poisonné xeli nit ñi moo tax ñuy wax façon kaddu yooyu waaye man mun naa wax ne loolu amut fii ku fi ñëw xel bu màcca nga am te xelaat nga gëstu nga ba pare nga seet ne lii mooy lu gën si réew mi nga taxaw si so loolu nit ñee wax seen wax rek waaye amut.
honorable Amod noo gisee président bi speech am bi si bu mu ñëwee si assemblée.
maa ngi jégalu bi ko li xew mooy keroog soo bàyyi xel nekkuma fi woon ba pare mënuma am chance pour déglu speech ci président bi ba pare fi ma nekkoon la aw ma woon access pour mun a déglu speech ci président bi ba pare li ma wax ak yow ba tey speech am bi man jotaguma ko so su ma si bëggee wax dara rek dama wax suma xelaati boppa te foo naa dina rafet balaa ma see mun a wax dara ma am access pour read speech bi den ma mun see jël position waaye loolu mooy li nga xam ne amagut parce que moo ñëwee sa dem naa direct suma pigeon hole bi pour foog ne speech bi dafa dugal nañ ko fa waaye nekku fa amaan na su ma eggee ma fekk ko suma table so maa ngi jégalu ak mbiri speech bi moom mënuma see wax dara.
ñu gis assemblée bi fu mu nekk nii wax bi bari na coow li bari na ñenn yaa ngi wax ne Gambia daal du dem yow si yow gis nga Gambia buy dem.
Gambia du mën a ñaakaa dem Gambia nekkul di dem suñu waxee loolu dinaa nangu waaye ne Gambia du dem loolu dinaa ko wéy di parce que soo toogee ne Gambia du dem yow kon yow xelaat énewloo réew mi lu baax da ngaa wax ne Gambia mu ngi taxaw nekkul di dem fine ma d'accord ak yow léegi yow mi wax loolu ak man ak keneen ñu def suñ xelaat benn place ñu taxaw gis ne Gambia mu dem Gambia war naa dem den Gambia dina dem waaye soo toogee ne Gambia du dem yow yaa ngi xañ réew mi jaama so Gambia dafa war a dem te Gambia dina dem incha allah.
ma la doon laajte rek si sa parti jamono ji yaay spokesperson bi APRC am na taxawaay si next election bu ñuy am.
am na taxawaay bu dëgër a dëgër da am taxawaay rek waaye am na taxawaay bu dëgër a dëgër parce que lu ñu fi defoon biñ fee jógee mun naa wax ne fiñ ko bàyyi foofu la nekk te ñëpp send nañ loolu ne fi nga xam ne foofu lañ ko bàyyi foofu la nekk dara doxut so su boobaa suñ dellu see ne nit ñi bëgg na ñëw continuer li nga xam ne moom lañ fi doon def te mu jig nit ñi te muy njëriñi nit ñi gëm naa ne nit ñi dinañ ñu jox seen karta am yaakaar si ñun ne dinañ def lu ëpp liñ doon def bi nga xam ne ci lañ nekkoon si nguur.
si Gambia président bu ñëw ñu am constitution fu mu nekk nii latte na si biir dëkk bi noo gisee constitution upon constitution.
non moo tax ñun dañ bëgg a put a stop to it ñu ngi am constitution boo xam ne constitution bi mun naa saaf ay at yu bëree mun naa saaf ay nguur yu bëree bëri su ma taxawaay rek mooy li ma waxoon li nga foog ne moom la nit ñi foog ne dañ ko fa génnee te mooy lu gën si réew mi nañ indi bil yooyu su boobaa ñu delloo ko fa li nga xam ne moom la nit ñi gis ne dañ ko fa def te gënalul réew mi nañ ko indi su boobaa ñu dindi ko den constitution bi continuer waaw constitution upon constitution moom loolu dafa am pour stop.
sa final message xam naa ne yaa ngi yaakaar.
waaw suma final message rek mooy maa ngi gërëm askan bi te di leen sant di leen gërëm di rafetlu seen taxawaay réew nii la mën a demee ku nekk luy sa xelaat ku nekk luy sa gis-gis nga indi ko si table bi ñu segga ko li nga xam ne moo gën si réew mi ñu jël loolu doxal su ko defee réew mi dina mën a dem kanam nit ñi nekk si réew mi dinañ gis ne réew mi mu ngi dem kanam te ñu ngi gis ne nguur gi mu ngi taxawaay bi nga xam ne foofu la war a taxaw.
Yaya Jammeh mu ngi seetaan di
mu ngi ñàkk a seetaan mënu ma la see wax dara parce que xaw ma ndax mu ngi seetaan wala nekkul di seetaan waaye xam naa ne juddu réew mi la fu mu munti nekk dina am interest pour bugg a xam li nga xam ne mooy dox si réew mi so to an extent mun naa wax ne si suma xelaat waaw mu ngi toppa waxtaan yi nga xam ne moo nekk di am ci parlement bi fii.
pour passer ni APRC obviously xam naa du ñàkk Yaya Jammeh koor rek ne la honorable seen assemblée bi ni moo demee nii neexul ma rek jox leen ay daaneel yoo xam ne nit war na see bàyyi xel.
ma wax la leena du dee interfere with governance of this country du si dee interfere musuta interfere te du musa interference moom du liggéeyam waaw li mooy éeneel réew mi mooy jaama dal ak jëm kanam loolu rek la mooy éeneel réew mi at any given time waaye pour ne dina interfere ne def leen nii def leen na le déedéet because foog na ne am na ñi ko fi toogal ñoo xam ne am nañ xel bu màcca mun a ràññi lanay njëriñi réew mi ak lanay lor réew mi ak lanay loo xam ne suñ ko doolelee dina réew mi dina dem kanam so bi nga xamee ne am nañu façon nit yooyu fii kon du soxla pour moom mu ñëw di ñu wax ne def leen lii bu leen def lii toppaleen lii bu leen toppalale nangu leen lii bu leen nangulale déedéet du def loolu waaw.
Amadou waxtaan.
waaw jërëjëf may rafetlu interview bi tamit thank you.
jërëjëf nii lañ ko soxlee Gambia saa su ne suñ toogee ak suñu National Assembly members yi ñoom ñuy waxtaan ak ñun kon nag askan bi Gambian Talents TV bu boobaa rek dinañ def nii rek bàyyi leen ak Lamine Cissé moom it mu mun a ñëw wax ak ñoom. maa jàng ko Saamu Saa honorable ñu ngi nii gis nañ ko ñu ngi live and direct moom moo gën a yàgg si National Assembly bi moo fi gën a yàgg am si xel lool honorable soo maa ngi tee rek nga ñëw gis ngeen ko mu ngi dem nangu ta wax ak ñun caméra bu man wanal ñu ko saa su ne nii la dee demee all the time dañoo bëgg a waxtaan ak sun ay naams gars yi di la wax déedéet duñ bëgg a wax ak yow si la bokka si liggéey bi la bokka ku si bañ rek nga xam ne borom nekkut interest yi dëkk bi moo ko fi indi xëy na on interest am la am su ko defee nag ñu ngi gis tamit ki nga xam ne moo nekk majority leader KK bi honorable Keba Keboja dinañ wax ak moom honorable how are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you.
naka sa suba?
Alhamdulillah, sant yàlla.
noo gisee li nga xam ne mooy draft constitution bi are you going to vote for yes or no?
This is the views of the Gambian people, so why should I go against it? Yeah.
And what is your reason for voting for?
It has captured one of the key fundamental rights of the Gambian people. It has looked at our sovereignty as a nation. It has also looked at information, which is very powerful, so that people have access to information. It has talked about cultural values, economic and social. And these are one of the pillars of governance. So all those things are things that are better for the people.
Is there anything that you would want to change in the draft constitution?
That's not for now. What we are looking at is the merits and principles of this constitution. So when it comes to other issues, we will have to look at those things.
A lot of people are disappointed with the NAMs. A lot of people are saying the NAMs are here for their pocket. What is your take on that?
Maybe those are wrong assertions, and also we have not come to the final stages of the processes. So I think this is an issue that we need to take as a nation. History is in the making, and people need to understand why we have this constitution, because it is the first time in the history of this country after 65 years of nationhood. So I think it is important that as Gambians We look at what the Gambian people really want and what should take this country forward.
You voted for yes because of your
No,
party.
we have not voted yet. We have not voted. So
I said, are you going to vote for yes? And you
for my
said,
party, the interest of the Gambian people as enshrined in Section 112 of the National Constitution, the best interest of the people and my conscience, not for anybody else.
your final message to Gambians that are watching.
That is, we are making history, and this history is going to be made. Anybody who wants to go against this thing, it is going to be in the history, and you will be blacklisted for the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah.
jërëjëf mbokk yi yéen a ko gis kooku mooy honorable KK bi moom moo nekk majority leader bu Gambia fii si assemblée bi bu boobaa rek Gambia wax naa leen ko ak Gambian Talents TV yëpp ay leer dala du nëbbu ku fi romba nag bugguloo wax ak man awma si benn problème waaye we should hold our leaders accountable loolu la Gambia wax tey loolu leen bëgg a xam su ko defee ñu am Gambia bi nga xam ne dafa set wicc ku ñëpp bu ko defee dinaa bàyyee suma mbokk bi Lamin Cissé mu ñëw wax ci kàllaama Mandinka. But if you're just joining, you're watching the Gambian Talents TV live and direct. And here is the man himself. We will just have him for 1 minute because a lot of people have been asking for him. Hello, Honorable, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Would you mind to introduce yourself and tell us your role?
My name is Honorable Samba Diallo and the minority leader.
Honorable, are you going to vote for a yes or a no?
No, actually, I don't do my intervention. I don't want to preempt myself. But then by the grace of God, before the end of the day today, everybody will know my position.
That will be very interesting. There is an allegation said that you are leading some of the National Assembly, saying that the President, Adam Barrow, have given you 100,000 to vote in favor of him. Is that true?
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know whether it is true. Yeah, but for me, I'm a legislator. I have been in this assembly for 9 years. Nobody bribed me when it comes to legislation. Yes, I do what the law, what I believe is good for the Gambian people. Yeah.
So President Adam Barrow did not give you any money?
No. Maybe the person who says that can go and come and substantiate that, whether President Barrow give me money.
We want you to look at our camera because this is an allegation that is made on social media. Your name is all over. So we want to know. Tell us that
It's not true. It's not true.
So what message do you have for Gambians that are watching the draft constitution?
Well, actually, here is a draft constitution. This is the first draft constitution that is been drafted and passed through the process from the opinion of the people. From there, it is coming to Parliament for vetting and scrutinizing. And then this is the first time it happened in the history of the Gambia. So at the end of the day, we are members of Parliament also. We represent the people. We looked at the interests of the people. What suits for the people, we do that. Anything that we feel, people like me, anything that I feel does not suit you as a citizen, I may go against it. Yeah.
Which party are you now representing?
I am from the National Reconciliation Party, NRP. Yeah.
And a lot of people are also saying you are now NPP.
Well, do you believe that?
No, that's a question for you.
And no. I'm here representing NRP. This is my second term in Parliament from the National Reconciliation Party. So how can I be NPP? How can I be an NPP and then sit here for NRP? That's contradiction.
Some people are still other parties, but then they are not delivering up to expectation. But they are.
That's what you think. That is your own thinking. The operation of our parties, you don't go to our political bureaus. You go to Ogu. You don't come to and meet and talk to us. You cannot know how we operate.
Are you close to President?
Of course, I close to the president because I'm part of the people who planted him. So that I don't fear to turn to Amato to tell anybody. I was part and parcel representing the NRP in the coalition 2016. So we planted him. So the issue of association or close, that is there.
Come 2021, will you vote for Adam Barrow?
Well, I don't know yet because I don't know whether I will be a candidate for the National Reconciliation Party.
But as a Gambian citizen, will you vote for him?
Well, that one we leave it there.
That one we leave it there. Yena ko dega Gambia ngi ni kon nak wax na len ko Gambian Talents TV dinañ len indil ku nek képp ko xamne roma na fi te ñu xamne National Assembly member nga dinañ waxtaan ak yow seet sa xalaat ci li nga xamne moy sun draft constitution bi Lamin MCC ma bay la rek nga waxtaan ak askan bi laata may dem indi keneen.
barka baka faru samba comme aka fu nyamen dorom kambadi no melbe jibe rol doron salbe hakilo brandi kalbe gamen talent steve la jibe kan bim felanta la jang national assembly wolam da dami alon ko na dibito la bungnam jeti nyilla molti mel alon ko wolle be molto yala ni na constitutional molla tundol kan jibe watara nyilla molti mel alon ko ay to le molto yala national assembly kono jam budum bi membe keri nja wolam na banko moral kitabo mi yalan ko wala be dada kan nyinta bengla be wala ko nyinta kan ka jibe bilam lundul mi yalan ko iba jibe le wafa me sekor ridin wala kana jibe sinya fulan jang nyinto budum felandi je wala golto tan nyinta bengla budum sala hakilo bulan ran nyin constitution o nyin munum constitution oti dum anim fanan ko nyin be darita nyame ko wasdar do wala nyinti ko wato men constitution wala jawra la wato 1970 wala wato mi yalan ko na first constitution dalita wato la wala wato mi yalan ko sa dawra kar wajo wala telbe rulin na wala ma telbe mon sayala gambe banko kanjam birata bodaje wate mol rulle constitution la wala mo mara kitabo ni banko tarra wala ko ma fo wato men na mol tara fo 1994 nyino wato mi yalan ko ya jambe atana molu wala wato mi yalan ko te fan natna ko kureta ke gambe banko kanjam wala keda 1994 wato lati burum kabo 1994 fana president ya jamme ya to fana nala mole ay to fana natna banko ka me degree wala fendi mi yalan ko to li fan sulu wal dundi jawo sanji sawo nyin kono nyum sanji sawo mi yalan ko to fana tarra kela banko kay banko nyin samba nyin ani lugal la mi yalan ko to fana yol dundi banko kan burum 1996 wala wato mi yalan ko ena na karre fawke gambe banko kanjam burum ya jamme natna ko mi yalan ko banko natna tel tambindi ka president di gambe banko kanjam budum banko la constitution fulan jam wala 1970 wom fende mi yalan ko wala ya jamel wato e telephone wala fana wato mi yalan ko e telephone nyin constitution do dundi gambe banko kanjam wala kala constitution fulan jandi budum moy waji kirin ko bi la fana be kala luntu mi yalan ko be constitution do fana soddo mi yalan ko wala be kala constitution so jandi e gambe banko kanjam bar budum felandi jandrom be ni jikombe sirin kaaje ko na national assembly membal ibe katol be kala pour ka kerol be lande pour ñu constitution ñu wala ñu biit mi yalan ko pour
jërëjëf honorable Lamin Ceesay dafa mel ñu ngi gis honorable Halifa Sallah just 1 minute honorable salaamaaleykum
kana ya mo no da nga bàyyi ma dem dina del ci waat xaar ma tekki ma del ci waat
waaw gis ngeen ko mu ne dina del ci waat loolu yàqu dara Gambia yar ak teggin rek moo koy may ñet bu boobaa ñu defaat nii rek jox Lamin Ceesay mu ñëw jekkali waxtaan bi ak askan bi dégg ngeen ko honorable Halifa Sallah moo just Roma right now ñu ko doon approach pour am ko for an interview waaye mi ne ñu baalal ko mu dem tega bu bagage yi nga xam ne moom la indi kon nag Gambia ci draft constitution bi ci loolu leen nekk di waxtaanee nii Lamin Ceesay ma bàyyi la rek
barka baga faatu comme ka fa nyamen dorom draft constitution ni atlam luwar me yalan ko atal banko sambala fo janni wato men na be falindro kala ko den wota nyum fendet mi yalan ko be jikirin ko ñi constitution mi yalan ko be wala ko wota national assembly jando be jikirin ko na député de ay be katol be kala be kata ko be fayla ñokane pour ñi constitution ñi ise fero ke pour ñi selo no gambe banko kanya nyame jele me yalan ko na faatu sambale ni dole ka taso jande yayi tandi ko ay tel bebe itella ha moment wolam ñi constitution wolam ñi draft constitution me yalan ko le keren gambe banko kanjam ay be kata ko kelale pour ñi constitution ñi astano ñaato nami pour face frano banko dinuma e wal financier ila forol ko je e wolam da dami yalan ko be kala banko moli bita dami wolam mel lafta wala e ka fo le yes or no referendum o ñinto pour ni wolam o be kala o soto no la e wolam fendi ni national assembly membali e katol be ko pour ye song pour ñi constitution ñi ay tambe ñi karandiro ñi di wa fala me second read akono je fana moli ya jel ko ñi constitution ñi atlen fendi me yalon ko e atalbe tarra na banko di be kanta kam gambe banko kanja e pour ngajele e ñi fendi me yalon ko kula me yalon ko ku kuma bala mati e pour gambe dil be tar ñi constitution ñi koma wala fendi me yalan ko mbole wolto jang national assembly to pour ko wol natale me yalan ko bi wala tara kerin jam abudal mol jibe to me yalan ko wala sonda pour ñi national ñi constitution ñi pour tambi ñi na wala tambi ñi seko ridina al ba be jelal amel fana yalan wala fana bolanta fana al fana wol be pour dal man abudun say dan dal fana ko ñi mu fendi me yalan ko na national assembly member ay fana salon ko even ni national assembly to be mol leje imandra je pour la parti leje ida raje men wala molle sambo je pour kata ila kol kelaje but mola ay dan le ko mo be tar no la ñu lanto budum be microphone di la fat sambala fa ne yalla ñoo konto
waa jërëjëf Lamine ñu bàyyi la rek nga dem nga set up parce que fu mu nekk assembly bi daanaka start na ba pare Lamine ñu bàyyi la rek nga indi li nga xam ne nag mooy images yi foofu noonu su ko defee rek mun nga naa seetaan images yi Lamine mun nga ñëw indil assembly bi direct and then after we can take care of that so we bring you everything that is happening at the assembly, the people's power. And the assembly is here. This is the second draft constitution. Thank you.
Communication from the chair.
Thank you very much. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, honorable ministers and members of the press. Honorable members, first I wish to congratulate you all for your remarkable support and cooperation in making the event the State of the Nation address delivered by His Excellency, President of the Republic, on Thursday, the 17th of September, 2020, a success. In the same vein, I also thank the clerk, the entire staff of the National Assembly, and members of the task force for the support and commitment in ensuring that the event was successful. The success of the event is, of course, evident that they did well individually and collectively. And I register my special thanks and appreciation to all of them. To the media and the public, as usual, we are always grateful. The support and partnership over the years have been very fruitful. Our sincere appreciation also goes to the media fraternity in particular for their continuous cooperation, which is crucial in reaching out to the masses whom we represent. Honorable members, before we commence the debate on the State of the Nation Address 2020 delivered by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, on Thursday, the 17th of September 2020, the Assembly will, as a matter of procedure, provided for under Clause 14 of Clause 2 of the Standing Orders, first consider the third reading of this Women's Enterprises Fund Bill 2020, followed by a continuation of the second reading of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. And on that note, thank you very much, Clerk. Can we proceed with the usual?
Correction and approval of records of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 16 September 2020.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, the 16th of September 2020 is before us for consideration and adoption. Can an honorable member please move that the said record of votes and proceedings be considered and adopted? Yeah, honorable member for Jara West.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move the motion that the records of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sittings of Wednesday, 16th September 2020 be corrected and adopted. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconder? Yes, honorable member for Jimara.
Seconded.
Thank you very much. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, the 16th of September 2020 be adopted. Any issues or observations, corrections from honorable members? two records have been circulated, the one for the 16th and 17th. So we start with on page 1, 16th. Any correction? You don't have a copy? Just address the table office and they will provide you with a copy. Thank you. Page 1? No. Page 2? The attendants can ensure that for your benefit, are you satisfied now? Thank you. Okay, page 3. Yes, Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you, Madam, for consistency purposes. My name Alhaj S. I don't use S as an initial, but the full Sankum, because S could mean any other name different from Sankum. So I would want them to maintain Sankum instead of writing S, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else on page 3? Page 3? Page 4? Sorry, excuse me. Page 4, list. You okay? Page 5. Page 5. Lower Fuladu. Thank you. Page 6. Seven, yes, list.
Thank you. On the adjournment, first line, the assemblies do stand adjourned. We put an ED there. You seen it?
Kunda? Or was it Loanyomi? I saw a tag on my right-hand side. Okay then. Adjournment. Anything more on 7? No? We're okay with 7. Page 8. Yes, Lower Fuladu. On 8.
Yes, on page 8. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. So, the ayes or noes have it. Which one is correct? Whether the ayes or the noes. Thank you.
East, are you okay?
Well, the last paragraph, this assembly now stands adjourned. If we are reporting, we just said this assembly was adjourned, instead of repeating what you have said. He's just repeating what you have said. It should be reporting. The assembly stands adjourned.
Didn't we adjourn till Thursday? I thought we said the assembly stands adjourned till Thursday.
No, you're saying now, the assembly now stands. You understand? The assembly now stands. You are saying that at that time, but today, the assembly just stood. You understand?
Yes, I understand, but Isn't it correct that we are reporting what happened on that day?
Yes, you are reporting.
We are reporting what happened. No, I'm just asking, isn't it also the fact that this is a record, a report of what transpired on that day?
Yes, I know. You mentioned this assembly now stands adjourned. That's what you have said on that day. But when you are reporting now, you are not supposed to use now. You are mentioning it today. This assembly was adjourned because it was done before, not now. You understand? Yes. There's no need to use it now.
No? Okay. Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, the 16th of September 2020, be adopted with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Clerk, can we proceed with the next item?
Records and correction of records of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 17 September 2020.
Honorable members, the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, the 17th of September 2020 is before us for consideration and adoption. Can an honorable member please move that the said record of votes and proceedings be considered and adopted? Yes, Jara Central, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move that the correction and approval of record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 17 September 2020 be corrected and approved. Thank you.
Thank you. Any seconder? Yes, Foni Bondali.
I ask to second the motion.
Thank you very much. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, the 17th of September 2020 be adopted. Now, any issues or observations from honorable members?
Question.
The records have also been circulated. Yes, honorable member for Woolly West.
Honorable Speaker, the names of members, are they written alphabetically or they are written helter-skelter? Because my name keeps on floating between 9, 30-something, 20-something. What is that? I'm asking whether our names are written alphabetically or helter-skelter. Because my name keeps on floating between 9, 10, 20, 30-something, and, what is that? Well, they should. For consistency purposes, they should be written alphabetically.
Consideration. But I am being informed by the table office that we cannot be consistent because at the moment, we'll look into it as I said, but that honorable members come in, not everybody gets in at the same time. And I usually also see the table office clerks going around taking record of honorable members present. We've taken notes and it will be looked into. Thank you. Can we start we'll start with page 1, 17th of September. Page 2. Honorable Member for Bakau, page 2.
I'm taking you back to page 1. The Honorable Member for Joshua was not here on Thursday, and he is on the attendance sheet as present.
It will be corrected. Thank you. That's 15.
Honorable.
It's number 15? Joshua? Yes? Thank you. Yes, Lower Salum.
Thank you very much, Speaker. On the attendance, number 26, Suleiman Sanjo Badibu wasn't here.
Honorable members, 2 honorable members, Lower Salum and Ilyasa. Usually I find it difficult to pick up your words, but not, it's okay, the table office has captured it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Honorable nominated member? Oh, it was the same, okay. Any more corrections on page 2? Yes, Sabasanya.
Yes, number 41, Alaji Hetso, was also absent on that day.
Lower Nyomi. Are you on page 3 or 2?
Communication from the chair. The third line of the paragraph. If I may just take a snap of it. The nation on the condition of the Gambia. It should be conditions. Conditions of the Gambia.
We tell the wordings of the Constitution. Thank you. Honorable Member for Jimara.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think Honorable Member for Fonyi Jaro raised something very important concerning about the way they wrote his name, Alaji S. Jamme, but then it should be Alaji Sankun Jamme for maybe next time. Yep.
For Bakau.
3, where you have the following National Assembly member seat was vacant. I think page 3, yes. Where you have the following National Assembly member seat was vacant. Honorable Member for Nyamina West. I think the reason of the vacancy should be indicated.
This should be sorted out once and for all. Thank you. Because it keeps on coming up every sitting. Any more on page 3? Page 4, can we? Page 4? No? Okay. Page 5, Guli East.
The first paragraph, second line, the will, Excellency will, should be changed to would. We are reporting.
Page 5, continuation. Yes, Jara East.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Page 5, the last paragraph where you have, finally, the Honorable Speaker thanked the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Office of the Clerk, task force members, and all those who in their various ways contributed immensely to making the event a success, and pray that the Almighty Allah continued to bless and guide us all. Continued. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Woolly East, I'm sure you'll prefer this sentence to the previous one contained in the proceedings of 16. I said, I'm sure you'll prefer this. where it says, Honorable Speaker, adjourn the assembly. Instead of now, yes. Thank you. Members, we've also taken note of the observations, and they will be addressed in due course. Yes. Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, the 17th of September 2020 be adopted with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. So the ayes have it. Thank you very much, honorable members. Clerk, can we proceed?
Bills, Standing Order 7220 and 75, third reading of the Gambia Women's Enterprise Fund Bill 2020 by the Honorable Minister for Women and Social Welfare.
Thank you very much. Honorable members will recall that the consideration stage of the Gambia Women's Enterprise Bill, Enterprise Fund Bill 2020 was concluded on Monday, the 14th of September 2020. Accordingly, today is appointed day for the third reading in accordance with Standing Order Clause 75. I will therefore now invite the Honorable Minister for Women, Children and Social Welfare to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled the Gambia Women Enterprise Fund Bill. Honorable members will recall that we had completed the consideration stage, and the bill was supposed to have been circulated, the neat version, which I hope has already been done, and everybody has a copy, because once it is passed, we cannot touch it anymore. But Honorable Minister, before I allow you, let me allow Honorable Member for Central Badibu, then maybe the chair will come. I saw your tag. Sorry.
Concern is already addressed. They said it's in the pigeonholes. So I wanted to ask for the bill, the neat version, but they said it's circulated already.
Banjul North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. As you indicated, the neat version is supposed to be before us, but some consultations were done during the weekend to ensure that it is clean. It captures everything that was discussed and agreed by the whole House, committee of the whole House. But I've still noticed some missing things, and I think it's important, as you've indicated, for us to do the corrections now before the minister comes. If we go to page 7, and the advice also, when we have these things, it's important that they come and place it on our tables rather than pigeonholes, because I think that's the problem that most of them are having. They don't have of the habit of going to their pigeonholes when they come in the morning. So could we go to page 7?
Honorable, what I have suggested to the table office, I'm sorry, the office of the clerk, that I think it is only fair that in future, after these amendments are done, at least we give 2 days to enable all the corrections or amendments to be adequately captured. But I think half a day is really too short to ensure between printing, because you may print and observe that there are still further omissions and we need to be corrected. So I don't know, under this present situation, whether it would not be better if we push this or adjourn it and allow everything to be tidied up, because in any event you need a clean version as agreed between the ministry and the committees. That's just my proposal, because I didn't know. For me, I thought that everything was tidied up, you know. But we are being told that there are still some issues to be tidied, and we thought we had finished the committee stage. But there were some omissions not captured here, but discussed at the committee stage. Am I right? If I get you, Honorable Banjul North?
No. Well, these are just, one can call them minor. The missing ones were, like I said, in our consultations, we are taken up and then factored in the final document. But these are just numberings and some wordings in terms of, yes, formatting is part of it. But I don't know whether other members of the committee would want us to defer it to tomorrow, or we proceed with it today. But for me, it's not a problem. I think we can proceed with it if they don't. Well,
and the committee members are here. You have
the co-chair is saying that is suggesting that we move it for tomorrow.
Guided by your observations or your advice? Or? Yes, Honorable Member for...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We are really operating according to Standing Order 72, paragraph 20. That when a bill has been amended at consideration stage, the whole text of the bill together with a revised memorandum of objects and reasons, amendment shall, if practicable, be printed. But if this is not practicable, the text of every clause or schedule amended and every new clause or new schedule added shall be printed, published, and circulated to members in advance of the final stage. So, Honorable Speaker, this is the final document that we are voting on, is the law. So it is prudent that we clean it up. It's the end. Before the end of this session is simply coming and voting on what we have already processed. So I would propose that we push it, postpone it, and allow that process to take place between the committee, the minister, and our staff, so that we clean it up and circulate the copy that we will finally consider to be the law.
I think, Honorable Sala, that is exactly what I said, or I suggested. Am I right? Yeah, that was exactly what I said. And I said I will leave it with the committees. So in that case, we will suspend the deliberation on this bill, that is the third reading, until things are sorted out, because we need to get it printed, final and neat copy, printed, circulated to members well in advance. We still have time just to go to the third stage. So, Honorable Minister, I'm sure the committee and also the table office will get back to you so that you can get the bill finalized with printed and circulated well in advance to honorable members for them to ensure that everything has been adequately captured. On that note, we'll push the continuation until later. Thank you very much. Yes, Clerk, can we continue then with the next item on the order paper?
Bill, Standing Order 67-1, second reading
of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia 2020 Promulgation Bill 2020 and the general merits and principles.
Thank you. I just wish this is a continuation. Honorable members will recall. Yes. Honorable members will recall that the second reading of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia 2020 Promulgation Bill 2020 was done on Wednesday, the 16th of September 2020, and the debate commenced then. Today, we will continue with the debate on the general merits and principles of the said bill. Therefore, in accordance with clause 67 of clause 1 of the standing orders, I will open the floor for continuation of the debate on the general merits and principles of the bill. And any honorable member who wishes to take part and whose name was not recorded can raise his or her constituency tag, and I will do the recording accordingly. But before giving any honorable member the floor again, I wish to strongly emphasize or lay emphasis on Standing Order Clause 67(1), that the debate shall strictly be on the merits and principles of the bill. And I will not hesitate to call to order any honorable member who deviates from this. For now, we are not debating the details of the bill. And furthermore, after the debate on the general merits and principles, a vote shall be taken on the second reading as required by Section 2262B and 4B of the 1997 Constitution. A vote of not less than 3/4 of all members is required before the bill can proceed to the next stage of the process. This is a constitutional requirement for all honorable members to kindly take note. And on that note, thank you very much. And as I said, open the floor for continuation. I already had a list, so I want to continue from where we stopped. Yes, I've noted for the brevet. I just want to confirm whether you were originally on the list. Funi Berefet, yes, I've taken you down. Honorable Member for Janjamburi. Thank you.
Can I continue? Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the floor. I just want to remind or can I remove the mic? The mask? Okay. I just want to remind myself and remind my fellow National Assembly members. One of the reasons why the entire Gambia decided to go in for a new constitution. First of all, if I stand here today and hold this constitution, I don't think I'm holding the right constitution, because these have been doctored more than 50 times. So this is not the right constitution. Secondly, Willie West has said it here, that in this constitution, the Gambia was not defined. So there are a lot of salient issues that are not in this. And at the time of when the act was coming to this parliament, I don't think there was anyone here who would have gone against this constitution. Madam Speaker, we are informed, according to the report, that the process they took, that we asked them to do, because the act was approved by us here. So in other words, we asked the CRC to prepare this document. And how did they do it? They informed us that they went according to the act, which was prepared by the executive and sent to us for approval. They informed us that they had 263 focus group discussions all throughout the Gambia, which involves more than almost 8,000 people individually. And a lot of processes that are all mentioned here. Madam Speaker, they also inform us the first 3 months of when they started work, they reviewed the 1965, 1970, and 1979 constitutions. Unfortunately, I would agree with some of my honorable colleagues that I think the Kenyan one should have been included here so that when you quote from it, it can be valid. But it is not. That's unfortunate. Again, we are being informed that they have consulted, position papers were given to them by 31 NGOs. 23 departments, ministries, and agencies. 8 religious organizations. I don't even know that we had 8 religious organizations in this country.
Okay, you want to observe?
Yes, I want to make just clarification. I don't know whether you remember. Honorable Speaker, if you look at page 217 of the report, it mentions references. References. Page 217. And if you go to page 219, item 30 and 31, 32, 33, 34, you will see the Ghana Citizenship Act.
With you, can you just refer me to the relevant?
Yes,
your pages.
It's the report, report of the Constitutional Review Commission.
Okay. The one that I have is I'm using the gazetted copy, that's
okay, no, not the copy itself, but the report. Yes, the report, page 217, has references. And if you go to page 219, it mentions many constitutions. 30, Ghana Citizenship Act, and 31 is Ghana Constitution. 32, Malawi Citizenship Act. 33, Malawi Constitution. 34, Kenya Constitution. Well, in academia, what you really do is make references. Anytime you have literature review, you will make references so that nobody can allege that you have plagiarized.
Thank you for the rectification. I have not reached to that portion. Maybe that's why I didn't see it. And we are informed that 10 international governmental organizations put in their position papers. 98 individuals, which any one of us could have done. In fact, I want to say this, Madam Speaker, that National Assembly members had the opportunity to have met with CRC on numerous occasions. I stand to be corrected, but I think they had meetings in every district of this country. And some of us here had more than one district in their constituencies. So the opportunity to have met them was numerous, but we did not. The National Assembly was consulted through the right committee, and I think, if I'm right, they sent in the position paper. Four educational institutions sent in their position papers. 98 individuals. Again, we could have been among, any one of us could have written a position paper, and I'm sure some probably might have done that. And finally, 3 political parties. All this listing was done by Gambians, which really tells us that this constitution was very consultative and participatory. This does not the least mean that I don't also have my objections. Madam Speaker, if I want to enumerate what I also have comments on this, my number one thing would be the citizenship. I agree that Gambians should open up and allow other people to be registered as Gambians. But we are saying, we are not refuting it, but let it be in the right manner. Let it be in the right manner. Go and do the neutralization or whatever in the right manner. That's all. That's all we are asking for. So I think that portion of citizenship should have more elaborated. That's my feeling. And I think at one time, here we all, it was either at committee level or at the plenary, that we said the president at least should be coming here twice every year. Beginning of the year, to highlight what his government has planned. At the end of the year, to come and tell us what they have achieved, what they have not achieved, why they have not achieved. Opinion that where you have term limit for president, for National Assembly, for councillors, the chieftaincy is left wide open. If you elect a 20-year-old as chief, and supposedly he is to live for 100 years, he will be chief for 80 years. And we have seen numerous times where chiefs are not functioning. They are sick in their room, and their kids are running the affairs of the district. We have seen that. So it's my other belief that the chieftaincy and the alcaldeship should also, for democratic purpose, have term limits. And we were all happy that certain appointments should be coming here for vetting. Yes, under normal circumstances, this is what is happening in a lot of countries. But it is my feeling that if the president selects somebody, nominates somebody for the National Assembly to approve, I think the National Assembly should also be consulted when he is being dismissed. Not to take permission from them, but at least give them the reasons why you are dismissing that person. But that is not there. It's also not in the Constitution. And finally, the commission reports. Commissions are, the acts are being approved by this National Assembly. And what normally happens, we have seen just recently when commissions have been summoned and we approve them and we don't even know what the report contains. I think there's a flaw there also. But all this I'm saying are my personal opinions. Is this the opinion outside? Is this the opinion even inside here? I don't think so. Or it may not be. So based on that, I don't think it will be fair for me to stand here to say I'm going against the Constitution because I have my personal objections on certain parts of the Constitution. So I am again advising myself and my fellow nuns. A lot is at stake. 164 million had been spent to produce this. 164 million. I would have been very happy if they had given that to agriculture so that we buy equipment for the farmers. But no, it had been spent to produce this. $115. No?
16.
Okay, let it be 100 million. Let it be 100 million, not 116. 100. Let it be 100 million. I think 100 million plus the time and the energy spent on this. I was thinking, probably if anybody is to object to this, it should be the people themselves. The people who were consulted, the people whose ideas are in this, should be the people who would say, yes, we disagree, because this is not what we had agreed when you came here. So we are rejecting it. That's my humble opinion. Today, after these debates, the onus is left unto us. If this passes, it's the Gambian people that will win. If it fails by us, I think we will not be in the good books of the people. Because, Madam Speaker, these days, a lot has been said. A lot is going on since yesterday, after today, on this Constitution. So there is a definite need for us to rethink. This Constitution, if it comes to, even after the referendum, any portion of it that you don't like, you can bring it back to the National Assembly to change it. It's not the Bible, it's not the Quran that you can say you cannot touch it. So this is why I am appealing to my fellow nouns. Let's reconsider our positions. Yes, there are one or two things that we may have objections on in this Constitution. But we must always remember that it is your personal opinion about it. And your personal opinion, if it does not coincide with what was told to the CRC when they went to the people, I don't think the CRC would do a good job by putting your personal opinion here and leaving out the opinion of the people. So once again, Madam Speaker, I appeal for us to reconsider our positions and pass this constitution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Inyasa.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for giving me the floor. Before I go further, we have heard, we read, and we hear so many opinions from CRC. So now what we should do now is to establish facts. That's what we should do. Madam Speaker, when I read this constitution, I did draft. I was highly convinced that this is one of the best constitutions forever. And Madam Speaker, I was so disappointed to hear that most of the names were saying that this is a common copy. Madam Speaker, I'll ask them. And also, I'll inform the Assembly that there was only one original, which we were created, that's Adam. Rest were common. And I was really happy. When I heard from you that you hardly understand my language, I was happy. The reason was my first speech. So I was very much happy to hear from you. But now, even if I point out that among MPs saying that you are not a common copy of your father, how do you person feel it? Uncomfortable. The CRC, they did a wonderful job. Because if you allow me, if I refer you the report, page 32 of the report, if you allow me to read, then they said, the CRC, they have counted about 874 people took part face to face. And out of that, 818 individuals were participated face-to-face interview. Out of that, 56 individuals volunteer to go and see CRC express their view. So that being the case, Madam Speaker, to be quite honest, this constitution is not for witch hunting, for anybody. Because the people who voted in were asked by the CRC and they told them their view. And this is what they want them to govern them. The people who vote for you. They want them to govern you the way, in a manner, CRC has collected from them. So there's no reason why people are saying that this is a common copy from Kenya. It's under shame. You can't be perfect. When you are elected, Madam Speaker, you collect ideas from people. From there, you'll be able to govern people. Otherwise, you're going to be a good leader. Madam Speaker, I have no doubt on this constitution. Only few remarks that I will point it out during the committee stage, that the rights that of women, and qualification, and nationality, and time limit. And Madam Speaker, I think it is not even necessary for us to debate on time limit. Let's try to recall the past. We are once against the First Republic and the Second Republic. Because of what? Overstay. So at least to balance yourself, Madam Speaker, and to be godly, and to balance yourself, and to be sincere, Madam Speaker. If you are here to, for the interest of the nation, not for your own interest, at least you should accept inclusive, Madam Speaker. May I remind my fellow citizens during that 3 years demonstration. They were succeeded simply because the Constitution says that the president should stay for the 5 years, not 3 years. That's why he was able to stay at this time. Let me remind this people again. Why is this man, the ex-president of Nigeria, Jonathan, only served only 4 years? And he's the highest ex-president in Nigeria. About Nelson Mandela. After serving for 26 years in jail. But he was there to fight for freedom. But why my question is, why are they even greedy? Questioning for over 15 years. Why? And on my final note, Madam Speaker, I swear the Holy Quran as a poor Muslim. If this constitution fails, the United constituency and myself, I'll point my finger to the President. Honestly speaking, if this constitution happens to fail, and they will enjoy it as everybody, it's this year. Because according to this speak, what I have, we talk about the election, but there is no emphasis on this constitution. And then that may stand. It's one of the best constitutions so far. My point is that it's women's right. I'll talk about it later. But before I take my seat, Madam Speaker, if the National Assembly members refuse to endorse this constitution, the future will tell. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. If I'm to start first with the issue on the table discussed, I would say that this is a conspiration against the 1997 Constitution, and which, may I assure you, that it will not work. Okay. Honorable Speaker, going through the document, with consultation with my people, who through them I am here as a National Assembly member, we went through the document, and what we came out with is that there are many irregularities, many loopholes that needs to be looked into for whatsoever. You know, we cannot be fooled twice as a country. I mean, we have to be very careful It is this 1997 Constitution that has made you and I and the President to be what we are today, because we were all sworn to it. And up till date, it is that document that the government is still functioning on. So, while you repeat, we can make amendments, go through into some of the necessary or unnecessary things that we think are not fit to be there. We may change. Saying we have spent 116 million, I mean, that's nothing to me, because it's all about life. This is all about governance. This is why sometimes when you are taking up things, you have to be very careful and study it thoroughly. Don't just say because I am in power or I am over you, so I have to do whatsoever. Most of us here, we are opposing the coalition government. And you are the very people who came up with that coalition selection to get this man there, president. And now we are saying no, because of certain, weaknesses that are prevailing. So should we also allow, going through this document, the same thing to happen? I have my reasons, as I said. Now, by the way, if I may refer at least 10% of candidates for election to the National Assembly are youth. But how are we going to be sure of this? Maybe in an area where maybe you don't have that youth participation in politics, at least to give you that number in percentage as a political party, then what are you going to do? And G, H says, K rather says, publish to the public annually their audited accounts